We're back with another episode of the We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast, episode 69. Ryan Lee, and here with me, guest co-host. She's no stranger to our podcast, though. She has been on before. She is a radio host, a digital diva is like what she called herself. A blogger. Y'all done seen her on the blogs. Y'all done seen her talk to everybody. KeKe, what's up?
Hey, friend. We got to work on that intro, but hey.
I thought that intro was actually good.
I mean, the intro was giving a little shade. You know, that's what she called herself. No, baby, that's what they call me. Okay, that's what the streets call me.
You know what? You know, I can tell you've been here before because when you came the first time, you were real nice. You were real proper. We 30 seconds in and you coming from my life.
You know, if you gonna intro me right. But anyway, hey, friend.
Welcome, y'all, to the podcast. Okay, now, friend, earlier in the intro there, I just said that you be on the blogs, you talk to everybody. KeKe knows everything entertainment, right? We always talking about what's popping. Yeah. In this episode of the podcast, you're filling in for the lovely Beyonce Fox. What up, B?
Yes, B. Shout out to B. I'm honored to be here, you know.
Absolutely. And B loves you too, so that's why I was like, KeKe can fill in and hold that seat down. But on this episode, KeKe, we're going to go over a few entertainment stories, a few trending stories. I'm going to throw them at you. We want KeKe's raw opinion, whatever comes to mind. Mm-hmm. Say it.
Okay.
Don't get us canceled, KeKe.
You know, that may or may not happen. Can't make no promises, but you know.
Okay. First thing that happened, Rolling Loud took place in Miami, right?
Yes.
Cudi, who was not originally on Rolling Loud, but when Kanye dropped out, Rolling Loud was petty and said, we're going to get Kid Cudi to fill your spot. Kid Cudi performed. Just at the beginning of his set, people started throwing things at the stage at him. He got on the mic and said, yo, y'all throw one more thing. I am walking off. My set is done. Literally, as he finished that sentence, somebody threw him something at his head. He walked off stage. What would you do if you were on stage, if you were Kid Cudi and people were throwing things at you?
You know, I would have did just what Kid Cudi did. I would have grabbed my purse and I would have been like, y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I done collected my coin for the day and I'm done. Because, you know, at this point, now that Kanye West magically appeared at the show, I just feel like it was all a setup, the Ty Mama scheme. Like, I just like Bertha from Candy, I just feel like it was a setup, you know, friend, like it was a scheme that Todd set up because why Kanye come and steal the show and then my set just happened to get ruined. I feel like there was some people that Kanye team paid to go and ruin his set and it worked just fine. Mm-hmm.
Yo, I didn't even think about that. So that's why Kanye said, I'm going to still come out with Lil Durk, make it a Chicago thing.
Yes.
We got people in the audience. So you thought you were taking over my spot. Yeah. Now I'm going to ruin your spot. But at the end of the day, if I'm Kid Cudi, I'm still laughing at you because I got that check.
Absolutely, you got to check, but it was still giving a little bit of humiliation. So I probably would have called Judge Mathis on everybody after the show because I feel like for my pain and suffering, you know, I try to do a good deed to y'all Rolling Loud and come and perform in his place. And y'all still let him in the building. So Rolling Loud, y'all knew what y'all was doing. Dirk and Kanye, y'all knew what y'all was doing. And if I'm Kid Cudi, everybody's getting sued because I'm upset.
Can I ask you, what does calling Judge Mathis do, KeKe?
Well, because, you know, anytime somebody do wrong, pain, suffering, discrimination, you know, all of that, I take it to Judge Mathis. That's the place to go. You know, it's my favorite show, my favorite judge, and my old man crush. So yes. Mm-hmm.
There's that. Okay, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Kim Burrell.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Kim Burrell.
Oh Lord.
Kim Burrell spoke at a church, and if you know Kim Burrell, you know she says any and everything that is on her mind. Yeah. She went on a tangent. She talked about you need to interview your friends. You need to check their score or their bills, who they got their light bills names in. She threw shade at COVID and the vaccine, people who do and do not wear their mask. She threw shade at people that got the PPP loans. Mm-hmm. She went in, it got a lot of backlash. She had put out multiple apologies, but people were still trashing her on social media. What are your thoughts on what Kim Burrell said?
Well, you know, it wasn't what she said for me, friend. It was more of like where she said it at. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff you can say And you can be who you are and express how you feel and be as shady as you want to be. Just not in the Lord's pulpit. You know, like if she would have been sitting in a crowd, I would have even received it more. But the fact that she was actually in the pulpit, it just made me very uncomfortable. You calling people broke, you calling people ugly, you're calling people, I mean, you just shading the entire congregation and then telling them like, well, y'all laugh so I don't feel weird. Like, girl, what? So I just felt like she was just out of place. Like, Kim, like that's kitchen table talk, not in the pulpit.
My thing with Kim is like she went on a whole segment that people may be ugly and this and that. Some of y'all ugly. Kim, who said you were the prettiest of them all?
That's true too. That it's she Kim Burrell, Ryan. So it's like the old auntie that just say anything out her mouth.
And that's the problem. That's the problem.
I feel like the problem is really with virtual church. That's the real problem.
What?
Okay. I feel like Kim been in virtual church since the pandemic. She ain't been in nobody real service. She probably need to get baptized, get in the water. And when you in virtual church, you say what you want to say in your living room. Some virtual church be lit. It be Hennessy in there, everything. If you having virtual church in your living room, you could say whatever you want to say. But when you actually in the house, you cannot do that, Kim. And I feel like that's why she forgot. I think she really just forgot where she was at. That's all.
Do you go to virtual church?
I love virtual church. It's lit. When I tell you virtual church is lit, it got heralds in it. Everything. I order Uber Eats, fix me a little lemonade and get the word. So yes, I love virtual church, but you can't go in the real church and forget you not on your living room sofa. So
I want Kim to stop talking as well, because I do believe, and I, as a person who loves gospel music, is into gospel singing, I don't think Kim can sing like she used to be able to sing.
Well, I never thought she could sing. Honestly, I'm not the person that's a Kim Burrell sing. All that he and whoo up and down. I don't like all that. I don't.
But friend, Kim used to be able to sing. I think Kim and Alicia Keys are in the same pool. When you do wrong, sometimes the voices get taken away completely. Alicia Keys used to be able to sing back in the day until she started messing with Mary Man. Whether you got him or not, whether y'all in love or not, she can't sing like that no more. Kim Burrell, in my opinion, could sing back in the day. She used to be the vocal coach on BET Sunday Best. Now, I think she talks so much, you losing your gift. But that's a whole nother episode.
Well, she need a hit, too. I don't remember.
Both of them.
I don't remember a Kim Burrell hit in my lifetime. I just remember everybody say the lady could sing so good. I have not heard one hit in my lifetime.
I actually could not either.
Can't name you one.
But being in growing up in the choir, I've always was told Kim Burrell is like
the vocal Bible, right? Vocal Bible. But I mean, yeah, look.
Okay. Speaking of singing, let's keep it in this pool, right?
Okay.
Tamar Braxton put out a tweet and she said, name a male singer who can sing better than Usher.
Okay. Let me just say, I'm here for Usher getting his flowers at this moment. I see how everybody has been losing their mind over this Tiny Desk performance, all because he stood there and was like, like, I don't understand why that was so like mind blowing. Like, oh my God, he can sing his song. Like, he should be able to sing his song. Right. So, I say all that to say, I am happy that he's getting his flowers. There are plenty of male singers who can sing better than or as well as Usher. Doesn't take anything away from him because he's an overall performer, superstar, legend.
Yes.
But there are male singers. I mean, you got John Legend.
Beyonce
would be very proud of me for saying that.
Yes. I literally when I saw this tweet, I was like, man, Beyonce's not gonna be on this episode, but this is when I would say John Legend's vocal range can blow Usher out of the water. Like you said, we're not taking away. Usher is a performer. But if I'm thinking a male vocalist, I don't even think Usher's on my list.
Yeah, I mean, he's on my list as overall performers, but vocalists, just vocals, he's up there, but he's just, I mean, there's greater ones. And I just feel like because we have been so traumatized by the state of R&B right now, as far as how men and artists perform, we saw at the Versus battle, half of them couldn't sing their songs.
Who really couldn't sing their songs?
It don't matter because we're not gonna talk about I'm not gonna play with my man on this episode. But I think we've been so traumatized by the lack of talent in our superstars right now. Like please catch this gem I'm dropping. The lack of talent in people we consider superstars right now, that when we see an actual superstar perform, we be like, what? Oh my God. And to me, he didn't do nothing spectacular but sing his song, which he should absolutely be able to sing. But yeah.
And I think that goes for male and female. I think there's about a handful of female R&B artists that I can say can sing and can be here to the test of time, like old school R&B artists. But I do think there's also a bigger pool of them that all mumble sing and mumble talk and really not giving us nothing. I miss R&B when it had true soul. When I'm singing these songs back in the day, I didn't know what they meant, but I could see the soul in them, and I saw everybody in the room singing them, and I felt like I needed to sing them. I don't think we have that R&B now, except from a few people.
Yeah, very few.
But all right, you wanted to bring up the versus battle. I wasn't gonna ask you nothing, so I'm not gonna ask you nothing. But I'm glad you mentioned that there were a lot of people there that could not sing.
Yeah, yes, I will. They will remain nameless. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Do I need to come with the next time? Moving on.
All right, last thing, KeKe, that I'm letting you get up out of here. KeKe came prepared today. Okay, last thing, KeKe. Yeah. Or no, I got two things. One, according to page 6, one of Khloe Kardashian's close friends said that Khloe is actually in the process of trying to almost, I'm going to say, for lack of better terms, give Tristan another chance. Ooh. She thinks that he can be redeemed. The friend said, I would not be shocked if they get back together. The friend said this is why the Kardashians has not completely cut off Tristan completely, because they're trying to stand by Khloe. Would you be surprised? Would you be disappointed if they got back together?
No, I won't be disappointed and I won't be surprised. I feel like Khloe for the longest has been trying her best to allow Tristan to cheat in peace. We are the problem. You and I are the problem. We're the ones who keep getting in their business. We're the ones who keep on revealing when he's cheating with another woman. Khloe know all this already. You know what I'm saying? Khloe she only has to react because we keep calling her like, your man's out here cheating again. She knows. She is okay with that. She has accepted that is who he is, and that's what she wants. That's who she wants to be with. She want to be one of the women. So I feel like Khloe wants to allow him to cheat in peace. We are the problem.
How are we the problem? This would not be a conversation if he was not out here cheating.
He's not cheating. He's living his life. He has several women who know they are one of many, and they are okay with that. Anytime a man cheats on you when you're giving birth, okay, you take him back again. He cheat on you with your sister's best friend. You take him back again. He has a baby on you with another woman, and you take him back. At that point, she has accepted him for who he is.
So then Khloe's the problem for even accepting that.
No,
as a female, you should not accept that behavior. That's not okay. You don't want to be with somebody like that.
Says who? Says you. Says
KeKe,
Ryan Lee.
KeKe, you don't want to be. No, KeKe, if you had a daughter, you would not raise your daughter to say it is okay if you accept a man who cheats on you, if that's what you're okay with. No, there are many men in this world that your daughter could go date without feeling like it's okay that I'm on the roster of him. So she is the problem.
No, I don't think she is the problem. She's okay. My thing is, Tristan is happy. Khloe is happy. You're upset. So you're the problem. You're the problem.
But why is Khloe happy with this? I guess what I'm saying is, to me, it's deeper than that. Why is Khloe happy with that being acceptable?
You have to take what you can get in this life, and Khloe has accepted.
What?
The girl got married. He turned out to be a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? She got pregnant by this man who won't stop cheating on her, having sex and babies everywhere. At this, Khloe tired. You know what I'm saying? She got a whole new body, whole new face. She is tired. Sisters put a lot of miles on their body. And she just, at this point, would rather date a man and let him cheat in peace and live her life.
And that's where I think the problem lies. I think it's deeper. And I think Khloe is like a car that has a lot of miles. Sometimes you let that car sit in the driveway and you let it chill. Maybe she has driven a lot. Chill out. You don't have to date. You don't have to. If you want kids, be a great mother. He can be a great father. You can co-parent well. But why do you feel the necessity to date? Why do you have to feel like he is the only man you can be with? Khloe has looked beautiful now. I feel like Khloe has worked on herself. And I feel like Khloe deserves true love and happiness. And I don't feel like she has to settle because she is tired.
Okay, well, that's how you feel. Khloe don't feel like that. And Tristan must be putting it down, babe. I almost want to see what it's like. I heard he in Chicago, because at this point, Chloe is, like I said, happy. You're upset. Chloe is content, okay, and expecting another baby with the man. So
this is stressing me out. Okay, last thing, we get up out of here. Y'all done stressed me. Last thing. Mm-hmm. People are paying $1,000 to take a photo backstage with Chris Brown. Chris Brown is doing whatever they want, letting them jump on him, propose to him, do this, and that. KeKe, number one, would you pay Chris Brown $1,000? Number two, who would you pay $1,000 to see backstage to do whatever you want them to do?
No, I would not pay Chris Brown $1,000. I would rather see him perform, but I wouldn't pay $1,000 for that either. I wouldn't pay $1,000 to see nobody. Okay. Unless it's Jesus on the main line and I'm about to touch the hem of his garment, I'm really not interested in paying nobody $1,000 to do anything. Okay. So, I am obsessed with Omarion. Everybody knows that, but I wouldn't even pay him $1,000. So,
really?
No. And not damn sure not to take a picture. Now we got to do some up. No, just I wouldn't pay for that. So yeah, I wouldn't. No, it's a no for me.
Okay, KeKe, thank you for sitting in.
Oh yes, anytime.
You know what I realized? There's a common denominator. I may be the problem because
you are.
Every co-host that has filled in for Beyonce, I'm getting into it with them just as if Beyonce was here. Yeah. This podcast is called "We'll Just Agree to Disagree" for a reason. So I thank you for honoring and sitting in Beyonce's seat today. Before you go, KeKe, I want to tell everybody that you also can catch KeKe and I. We have our own cooking show. Yes. That we do this same type of bickering back and forth. Yes. It's called Cooking with KeKe and Ryan. You can check it out on YouTube. I cannot cook. KeKe can do a little bit of something in the kitchen.
I try my best.
We attempt, so you can check that out, season 2 of Cooking with KeKe and Ryan. But KeKe, where can people follow you? I know they can see you all on the blogs and everywhere, but where can people follow you on social media?
Well, you can follow me everywhere at On Air KeKe, KeKe. Yes.
KeKe, thank you for coming back on.
Thanks for having me, friend. Anytime.
You are always welcome. You are always welcome to the podcast.
I didn't get nobody canceled.
We didn't get canceled today. So thank you for that. Beyonce, we love you. She will be back soon, guys. And make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram at We'll Just Agree to Disagree. I am Ryan Lee. You can follow me at Ryan Media Lee. This is episode 69 of the We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast. Bye, KeKe.
Bye, Ryan.